I've had nothing but an amazing experience with Bryan. I absolutely love Bryan and working with him. And I know it sounds weird to say that you love your accountant, but when you have an accountant that commits themselves to you, their time, availability, knowledge, kindness, wisdom, and experience, you can't help but have an attachment. He checks in with me several times a year. He's always available when I have questions for him. I guess I have to say that what I'm really grateful for with Bryan is that it's beyond just filing my tax returns. Way beyond that, he's actually given me so much advice on how to best run my dental practice. And what he gives is something beyond just having an accountant, or what my perception of having an accountant was, which was just, somebody that, looks at my expenses and tells me where to spend, where not to spend, or how to manage my tax returns. What I've been finding is that with him, I know how to manage my staff, as far as, when to give a raise, when not to give a raise, or how to manage things overall throughout the whole entire year. But I guess the most invaluable part of having Bryan is that it allows me to focus on the dentistry. It allows me to focus on my passion, which is patient care, treating my patients, working with my staff, working with my referring doctors. They allow me to not worry about the financial aspect. And I don't know how that is for other practitioners, but for me, that means the world. I get to focus on what I actually know. I really don't know much about accounting and the financial part, but with him, he guides me with that. So I couldn't be more grateful. I mean, when I go back to thinking about the pandemic and when we first had to shut down, that was probably the scariest time for me, especially as a type A dentist. I mean, dentistry tends to bring a lot of us control freak type A's, and I didn't know what I was going to do. But having his guidance really helped me, first of all, know that I had enough stored away because of how they guided how we saved, and how we were managing the practice. I had enough to not worry about how I was going to take care of my family. And so I remember during that time that we were shut down, I actually contacted him and I said, I just want to thank you so much for being there so that I don't have to worry right now about how I'm going to take care of myself and my family. And I know that I have a certain number of months before I'm actually going to have to go into my savings. That was something that was priceless to me, because I actually was able to just focus on how I was going to take care of my staff and come back and prepare the office to come back to working full time again, and making sure that it was not an option for us not to do well when we got back, despite the fact that supplies were being rationed, and I didn't know if patients would be happy to come back to a dental office when a lot of the government organizations were telling patients not to come back. But I didn't have to worry about that, because all I needed to focus on was making sure I did my part and making sure I communicated with my patients through email, letting them know what the practice was doing as far as preparing to get us back. But the financial part, the accounting, all that was taken care of. And then coming back, we've continued to hit the ground running and making sure that we have enough, and even preparing for retirement. I know it's still a ways away for me, but not too far away. But I know that because I have Bryan on my side, I will be okay. That he's gone beyond, like I said, just the tax returns and just checking monthly with my QuickBooks. He actually helps me to plan everything. So year's end, I know exactly what I need to do. And in the beginning, I know what I need to do as far as retirement with my 401k, with just saving in general. So I could not refer or recommend Bryan more than I'm saying right now. He's amazing. I consider him a good friend, just because I feel like he is an ally. When I feel like, especially as a specialist, I have to be there for everybody else. It's nice to know that I have my own team that looks out for me. I guess that's what I could say about Bryan. He's amazing. I'm very happy and very thankful to have him in my life. I would refer him to anybody.